Oh my God. I'm so entertained. I'm so all over the place. I can't keep on the same subject long enough before I really want to come on and get rid of it. Like, how would you call God's world before our world? I'm going to show you just drawn up like that. Hopefully, if I say it slow enough, follow the book. Okay. Let's say this was your phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But in between here, it's an empty space. Okay. God goes from A to C. Okay. He doesn't even count this row. It doesn't even exist. The only thing that exists with God is alpha, beta, gamma, delta. That's it. That's what creates the pyramid. Okay. So if you go A, B, C, D, who holds the house together? But is the alpha, beta, the gamma of the delta? This is explaining who God is. I am the alpha of the beta. I am the game maker. I am the creator of the house. I am the house because he creates the house that surrounds him. So now, after A, B, C, D, where do you get? You see there's no game going on, so the lines that are there, it's just Spirit Connect lines. There's no game, there's no passage this way. 2 and 8, 4 and 6 on your phone. Okay? It's the 10-10 world. 2, Venus, Neptune, Mars, Saturn. Earth's over here in the corner. It's a stopping world. Man's in this world right here. We might one day get to go here. Right, they were right here. What's this? Well, this is their sun. This is the real sun. This one and the one over here. There's a sun that comes in here. It's filtered into this black box, put into this sun over here. Yeah, it's an A sun and a C sun. It's an A sun, D sun. AC/DC sun. Because it goes here. It goes from A to C to D. Back to C, and around the energies go. Picking up the spirit. And anyways, so what you got now here is you got the center is E, but that would be the electronic God. Okay, and how can you put E? Because it's the next letter in the alphabet. E is the center of the 10. Don't forget, God is 10. So the minute you get to E, you're actually getting to 0. So there actually is no E. What's actually should be here is now the G. So in French, the G they call J. Like over here, because it pronounces the A letter, which means angel of God. See, when they pronounce the J letter, they say J, because now they're pronouncing the double E of the electronic E world, of the esprit of who we are in this world, which creates this. Because the only time E comes about, okay, in here, otherwise God is just love. God's the circle, A, B, C, D. He's the circle, and everything inside that circle, that's God's stuff, my friends. God is the O, okay? And everything that's inside the hard shell of the O, well, that's His. And we're inside there, okay? So they say G, and we say J, and I say yay, 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 yay. No? Hey, what's going on? I didn't have a cigarette, did I? Oh, I'm so happy it's the holidays. It's not really that anything's going to change, but I'm so happy I don't have to, like, forcefully get up tomorrow, because I automatically during the week I force myself to, like I'm going to do something, and I always do find a few hours to do things because I have to do that, and I'm always working in my mind. There's always something going on. So now we have why we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we stop on the piano because it all stops there. After that, it's what you create in the piano that gives you the H and the I and the rest of the alphabet. Anyways, what else was I going to bring out here? Yeah, what I was going to show you is, you see the cut corners, all these stop signs? The reasons for that is because the queen bee has to be right here. And the corner has to be cut here, here, and here, and here. Because this corner and this corner are the God creators corners. These two corners. Those 4 corners broke apart to create what's in the center. So she sticks a tail in here for a birth and a tail in here for creation, and she comes up what's in between the 2 worlds here, Saturn, a birth of man or angel over here. So she sticks it here and here. She's automatically connected on this X. She's in the center. She connects the 4 worlds of God right here in the beta world. This is the first part of her. If I recreate this up here, then you start to see her letter B. Okay? But down here, she ends up looking like the O. because she's got to be connected on all four corners. So she looks like a cut-cornered O, and when she's connected by the O on these corners, obviously, she turns into a queen. Stand on 17, they said. The L letter, the 45-degree angle, the 45 degrees they don't have in tennis. Oh my God, there's so many little things. I don't know where to go next. I keep starting up something on roulette, but I don't know. Nobody's writing me. Nobody tells me. Tell me. What do you want to know? Just, I'll tell it, even if, because whatever you tell me, if there's a chance, a possibility, like anything online, I can always make up a story. Now, whether or not, how, it's going to be balanced, but like, is it going to be teetle-toddle balanced, or I'm going to be able to stretch it out and really get something done in it? And then again, let it pertain to the world, all the best, all the better. What? It's Hanukkah hat. It's a combination of a Sabbath Hanukkah. You see, this year, they asked me, you're Jewish. How do you celebrate that Christmas is at the same time? He says, what do you do? I says, well, Merry Christmas, everybody. And then another guy comes up to me. He says, are you Christian? I go, what is the question? He says, how would you celebrate this Christian holiday? I'd say, Happy Hanukkah! And then I thought of it myself. Well, let's see. The Son of God is Jesus. God is Hashem. So, they're both having like a party at the same time. I'd say, hola! I says, they're all the power of the house together. They're both celebrating their birthday at the same time this year, right? One is celebrating a holiday birthday. A holiday, of course, is the Son of God, right? It's his holiday. God made the world. Hashem opened up a wing. And in one of the wings, it was called Christ's house, the Lord of angels, right? And he flew above us until the red eye caught us. And what a special that ass was, eh? I had the red eye sale. And I was buying things all over the place. And you know what? She wore what she wore 30 years ago, and she washed it. Just keep cleanliness. That's very important. God even mentioned it. Cleanliness is so big. No matter how old anything is, you can always blend it into the future until it's not worth anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? Cut it up. Take your 1940 slacks out and you cut them up and you tie them up a little bit and it looks like you're hanging out with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one thing I did want to do, something about the letter I, because Lauren said so. Lauren said so, and I think cassette number, was it 94? And it's so funny the way it comes out, I think 90-something. I just hope I'm right, because 9 is the letter I, and the 4 is the 4 corners of who you are, so that makes that cassette really perfect for I of everything that was said. Very well done. Well, who am I to say but from me to you? Okay, time's up, time's out. TH heaven? Anybody for what? THC? Of course. The time heaven that was made for man. Man of THC. Time heaven, creation. Creation heaven made for time. How do you want to say it? The Bible showed you there was 1900 different ways to say the same thing. The end, the Bible. They're all time parts of heaven in a supercomputer that God owns, and we are going to be so surprised when we see colors in his world. Oh my God, talking about manipulation of colors. He can do whatever he wants to any animal he wants. He can change the colors of any giraffe, of any zebra. The zebras will be running around. They'll look like cougars. You'll want them both for your purse. But guess what? In that world, you're only your mind. And you can vision of who you are, and you can take with it of the ground. But if you take with it above body, you subdue to that body until that body dissipates, and then you come back to who you are again. It's called the schoolhouse, the schoolyard of the Almighty. Merry Christmas. Oh God, you are so funny. Oh my God. I just see in between so many different things. It's so funny. It's just so funny. But we still have to live this game, and I'm still going to have to go through the treacher of whatever tomorrow brings. Thank God tomorrow would be, and if it would be like today, it would be today. It wouldn't be tomorrow anyway, so why worry if it never came to be? Well, in all preparation of tomorrow, I have to remember today. And so today I prepare for tomorrow. And thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, the 12 days of Christmas. If you add up number 1, okay, from that point all the way to the 12, it equals to 78. Right? And the king card would be right. It would equal 78. 7 and 8, or the 7th letter and the 8th letter, is G and H. God of heaven. So you have God of heaven with the G and H. Okay, 1 and 5 is the 15th letter, or the O. Okay. Now the O letter between the O and the H is go, which is more like God, because it's the H, but it's a small h. Which a small h means is in between the numbers there are connections that show up and it looks like a small h, when actually it's not a small h at all. It's supposed to be a D. So it would actually say God on the first line. God of creation, the angel of Beta. Beta is the system. Okay, they call it Beta, and it's not only Beta, but what I'm starting to find now out of the letter B is actually the W in English is not a W at all, but it's a B. And it's not a B at all, it's 2 U's. They're the U's of Urantia that come around and join the 3 sides of the worlds between 147, 258, 369 in your phone. And they join in at the bottom to come around again for an electronic fusion. The electronic fusion, okay, that happens is on 2 parts, east and west, north and south. At the bottom, just like you see on the wall, you'll have what looks like the E's. But at the other side, it'll be capped by the B, by the 2 U's that go on top of the lines, creating the B letter with the cross line that's in the background. So you would have the Urantia world, the world that goes around and around. Just like pipes, like this and this and this and this, making number. You know what? Since the beginning I started this project, it's all about 2s and 5s. You got a deuce, you got a fin. Now, what kind of jokes can we make now? A $2 is usually said a deuce, and a $5 they say you got a fin. So now we got to play with all the 5s and fins and all these words of 5. Like a fin is a shark fin. Okay, a fin, for me, I know it's Laurier, I know it's $5, but what does it mean? A fin is a V, okay, upside down V if you cut it out, okay, and the V in Roman numerals means 5. So if you got a fin, you got a $5 bill. Now a deuce is pretty much easy. Do you have 1 or a deuce? First angle, second angle. Deuce. 2. It's understood right away. Deuce, goose, loose. You have anything loose, you have a deuce. You're not asking 1, you're asking more. So right away it's a deuce or more. 2, 3's a crowd. So they're all a little bit of expressions of which I can see. One way you can say, you know what? He's on chapter 986. We didn't even know if he's ever going to finish this book. Why am I going on? Do you want me to update you where my mind has come to right now? I am hoping whatever the Russians do it for the love of Cosmonaut, Cosmo Kramer, okay, who instilled inside of me to understand, okay, that yes, we're a little out and different from everybody else, but it doesn't mean we're that wild. Even though everything seems to break down around them, right? Saying like they say, well, it's wild in Russia or here and there, and it's really not. Well, it's not, because they let people do what they wanted. And they sort of put up a different kind of government because they know who they are and they know what part of time they are in, so they're just letting it go now at the end. Well, it seems that way. That's why things are happening the way they are, because when it comes to the end, when the barrel comes to the bottom, and then February. I know I keep thinking the 14th of February. It's not fair for me to say that 10 months early, and then next year, and then I'm going to say, well, if it doesn't come December 21st next year, I always got next February to work with, right? So what do I have to say? Yeah, it's February, it's coming. The tale of a Lenin that everybody stops and turns away from whatever I say, and nobody ever said to me, yeah, Lenin has a tail. Okay, I heard you, bud. A Lenin has a tail. That's what I want to hear. A Lenin has a tail. Okay, and I think we're running into that tail in February. And whatever was supposed to be in 10 months from now is going to be in 2 months from now. Less than 2 months. Wow! It passes quick. So if it doesn't happen, thank God. And if it does happen, oh my God. Anyways, what I do like about Quebec, and I keep trying to always look for the good points, right? Is first of all those hockey players that are playing for our team, they all have perfect numbers for the end of time: 72, 20, 74, 76, 78, and they have someone who wants to carry the price. And they put number 1 on him, so if he's carrying the price, 1 is higher than any other number. Because what does he have to put the 2 zeros after his 1? Everybody knows he's got those eggs behind the net, right? The 2 zeros, the goose eggs, right? No goals in the game. No goals in the scoreboard, no pucks in my net. Look, 2 different places, 1 game. Yeah, they got to bring in Patrick Roy. You know why? Because it's just perfect. Bring someone back from Colorado, out of Quebec. Bring back someone who'll stand up for this place, I think. I think if he wants to stand up, let him come back, my friends. If you bring back an energy will come back. I want to tell you one thing. You know what a good coach gets? He gets to change his players on his own, right? Right? Now wait a second, you got to know your coach first before you hire him. Okay, now when you put Bowman in there, okay, and what's his name was in the background, Polak, excellent. It worked out well, but you got to remember the coach is going to make one reaction, and then the guy in the background's got to settle him down and say, okay, do we keep this guy, do we get rid of this guy? Because the coach, if the coach stays there for 20 years, you have a chance of having 20 winning seasons. But the minute you change the coach, you're never certain. You're never certain. The coach is the most important player on the team. He is the eye of the team. Why is he the eye of the team? Because he brings everybody together, and they're all equal to I-9. Okay? Everybody's an I-9. They're all new. Everybody's got to be treated like a child to begin with, to understand communication and how it works. And you get the team to work together to understand why they're working together. Like one is a lung for the other one. Every single part of that team is parts of your body. The guy on the right wing, he's your kidney. The guy in the center, he's your big mouth. With the guy in the background, he's your ass, watching your ass. He's the goaltender. Okay, we got the guy on the left side. Okay, and we got the guy in the right wing. Okay, so now we got everybody on the ice. But wait, what if there's a penalty? Well, you got one shithead in the box. So someone made a mistake, right? But you don't want to make mistakes. You're out there to do the smartest thing. So yeah, Yahoo, go ahead, Russia. Do what you got to do. Stop. There is no tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, I've heard so many stories about tomorrow. There's no such thing. Don't let money or anything change the vision that it's now. The time to stop and do anything, the choice is now. Tomorrow cannot exist unless it's in the schedule. Turn the page. Oh, look at this page. Oh yeah, when's that page gonna happen? In 36 hours. Well, have you done and finished the last page? Yeah, we're done and finished the last page, you know. So like, sometimes you don't really need a thing so far in advance, sometimes you do. But it goes even deeper than that. Okay, because I knock out all these short circuits. You know what I'm saying? It's all short circuits. I just extend the wiring right now. My brain is like, I got 2 horns sticking out the back of my head. That's what I want to get. I want to really get connected. I want to get those devil horns, so I can be the East End devil versus with the people versus those opposed to the people. Now the question is, who is the people? Well, it's pretty simple. Whoever God chose to be the people, we're them. But what if He didn't choose us? Then it's you, and we're yous and you're thems. And we were going to change the team. But for now, it's us. I'm one. I'm an I. I am me. But I'm nothing. Because the bottom part of my eye has only got a flat head. Because without the rest of you under me, then I wouldn't have the flat foot to become that I who I would be. I would just be the top point to the rest of the picks that are under me. A whole bunch of hearts and spades twisted and tied together in yellow and black, waiting to go enter into the world where if you don't pass go, your pinball don't make the machine. You know what I'm saying? Our minds go through a turnstile before we return to God. Did you see your life go by? Yep. Okay, you didn't make it. Back to earth.